Hello people, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Eunice and thank you so much for stopping by. Please consider subscribing to this channel for wealth creation videos, financial literacy, money management, and so much more insightful videos. In today's video, we are looking at how to stop being broke or how to stop the feeling of being broke all the time. You know, that financial anxiety that comes about when there is the feel or there is lack of sufficient or what you would regard to as much money that you would require or you would need to meet your needs. How do you stop being broke? How do you manage what you have in order to, to get out of this brokenness cocoon? Yeah. So this is what you're looking at today. And for my number one on how to stop being broke is changing your mindset. You know, they say it begins with the mind. It begins in the mind, sorry. And so when you capture all these thoughts and when you capture all these feelings of insufficiency all the time, or of being broke, or not having enough, or even confessing it most of the time, you actually become that. So one of the things that you can stop this, the creation in the mindset of being broke, is affirming yourself, replacing the bad thoughts with positive vibes and positive thinking about yourself. Believe that I have this and this I can work around to manage whatever I have and get myself out of this situation. Yes. So let us begin. You begin from your mindset. Begin the changing of your mindset on the feeling that you are always broke. So that would be number one. And number two of the points is that discover and define your why. Why are you broke? Are you really broke? What has made you to get into this? There's some situations that might really cause us to be at this problem or situation or position of not having enough. You might have so much financial responsibilities that you're committed to. Most of the time, you might have maybe house mortgages, maybe you're paying school fees for your kin, your family, your siblings. And it is true that you can really find yourself in a situation of being in this position. So define, why am I in this situation? Why do I have insufficient? Why is it that I am in this particular situation? So you can define and discover what has contributed to your not having or to your being in lack all the time. So if it is a positive thing, then look onto ways on how to manage whatever you have and be able to actually meet the needs that you have, and at the same time be able to maintain a comfortable lifestyle. So discover it, identify and define why you are in this situation or why you are in this position. Number three will be identify your triggers. If after discovering and defining why you're in this position, you can also to identify what are the triggers of your spending. If actually you've seen that there's an issue of overspending on what you have. Maybe you don't have that much financial commitment, but you still find yourself in lack. So number three is identify what are the triggers of your overspending. If you have that credit card that always makes you think or feel, yes, I can acquire this, I can get this. So identify, if that is the trigger, look for ways of getting rid of it. If you actually do not need to go to the mall to purchase something, put that card away. If you know that walking into a mall and finding new stuff will trigger you into purchasing, even if you've not budgeted for that, then stay away from the malls. Stay away from carrying these credit cards that you know will make you, if you lack self-control, please stay away from this. Just stay away. Just don't go to the mall. If I go to the mall, I'll spend. Don't carry the credit card with you if you know you'll acquire more than what you can afford at the moment because you have a credit card. So keep that away. So number four will be reevaluate your relationship. Most times we find ourselves in situations of being broke, or maybe having inadequate finances or having insufficient funds for ourselves to meet the right needs that we have, because we have maintained some kind of relationship that actually pushes us to overspend beyond our limits and makes us to live beyond our means. If you have this, even this kind of relationship that are always influencing you to overspending or to the wrong spending, please reevaluate your relationship. And it's okay to step out of some of these relationships and actually develop healthier relationship that will help you build yourself, add on to yourself, and even become more healthy. Because if you're not healthy financially, and if it is because you're being forced into maintaining such kind of lifestyles because of the relationships that you keep, then please, my friend, it's time to say bye-bye to such kind of relationships and adopt relationships that will actually build you. So the next point will be on how to stop being broke. The next point will be stop pleasing people. Please stop pleasing people and stop pleasing the world by buying expensive stuff so that you can go and show off. Do you actually know that nobody cares? If you're wearing a $50 dress and a $5 dress, no one cares. It is the look, it is how you present yourself that will care at the end of the day, and how you feel about yourself. So going out there to please people and actually maintaining a certain kind of lifestyle so that you, in your mindset, thinking that, oh, this is what will give me acceptance, please learn to accept yourself first. Learn to accept where you are at. Learn to embrace who you are and step out of forcing yourself into some situations and some circumstances that are actually pushing you to go beyond your limits so that you can please these people. Please note that when you go beyond your limits, that moment when you not have enough and you'll be crying to yourself to sleep, nobody will be there for you to give you that hug and tell you it is okay. So for you to stop being broke and overspending and living above your means, it's just to know that this life is your own. And whatever you do with your life, will determine how your tomorrow will turn out. So whatever people's opinion are about you, and when you want to dress to please know that it will not help. And actually, most of those people do not care. Yeah, that is one of the hardest truths. So work on stopping that. Do not live to please people. So the other point will be work on paying your debt. If you know that you're in debt, stop accruing more debt. But manage whatever debt you have by organizing and having a proper plan of paying these debts. Because the more you're out of debt, when you're out of debt, the more wealthy you actually become, because now you're able to divert these funds that you've been paying off the debt to something more meaningful that can actually become more. The power of compounding. If you put a little money today and tomorrow and the other day, then it will build up to being something significant, something tangible that actually will build a brighter future and a firmer financial future for you. So avoid or stop accruing more debt, but rather pay off your debts. These are the ways that will help you to stop being broke and again divert these funds to the proper channels. So the next point should be generate a habit of savings. It doesn't matter how much you put today. It is the commitment that matters. Whether you put $1 into your account today as savings, whether you put $5 away, you set them aside away savings, that is, the consistency is all that matters. Because when you start with little, then you'll be able to have confidence of building, of putting in more, especially when you're not now in debt and when you're not overspending. Then now you're able to put aside more money. So it is the consistency that matters at the end of the day. So skip more, start learning and developing a habit of saving, more amounts every now and then, or even monthly, so that now you're able to build, a proper emergency fund, savings fund, or whatever fund you're building in order to, to generate more wealth for yourself. My last but not least point is start or develop a habit of investing. Do you actually know that there are investment avenues that you can start saving, or you can start investing your money with as little as $5? Did you know that? Yes, they are there, and even lesser than that. So Identify these investment avenues that you actually know that whatever amount I have, I can put into this fund, I can put into this investment, and definitely they will grow and grow into something bigger and better. So develop a habit of investing. It doesn't matter how much you put. What matters is the effort. Because the effort might not seem big today, but in future, you will reap the harvest. You will reap what you have invested into. So develop a habit of saving. Develop a habit of investing, because when you invest a little today, a little tomorrow, and you put that monies aside where they are growing and generating extra income for you, you will at the end of the day have more actually to build on your wealth than when you are not investing. So develop, instead of going out there to please people, instead of maintaining huge lifestyles, instead of accruing more debts to things that are not meaningful. That there is good and bad, and there's a bad debt. So develop, a habit of staying away from debt. Stay away from that credit card. Start reaffirming myself. I can become this millionaire. I can become, whatever I put my heart or my mind to. Stop looking at yourself as broke and thinking that you don't have enough. Like your salary is not enough. You can work on whatever you have, on whatever income you have today, and generate habits that will help you become a better person tomorrow and become a more wealthier person tomorrow. So work on your today, to better your tomorrow. Make the sacrifices today to have a brighter future tomorrow. When you put the efforts today, you will reap a harvest tomorrow. So do not faint. Rather, put in more effort in your today to have a more comfortable tomorrow and to get out of that discomfort or that unfortunate situation of being broke all the time, and become become the wealthy person that you aspire to be. Yeah, those people that you see out there that you think have made it, they just developed habits, and they decided to remain focused on those. And these are the things that helped them, to be where they are at. So thank you, and I hope this video was insightful and was helpful. Please do not leave without subscribing to this channel, and like and share and comment on this channel, because that is what helps our channel to grow. So it will be that for now, and it's a bye-bye until I see you next time. Thank you so much.